there are two types of people. One, most people who watch this show and the vlogs who see what I'm doing and know exactly what I'm doing and they get it.
Of course.
And two, the people who are like, this kid's a moron. What did he bomb this interview? And I'm like, yo.
You might be confused as to why I have Logan Paul being shown as the first thing in this video. Well, it's quite simple. The message is quite straightforward. This video is going to be short, and I know it will be. But I've seen way too many people, you know, basically dancing on Stephen A's downfall or the perceived downfall. When in reality, his stock has never been higher.
My strategy here, we did it in Flat Earth, and I'm sort of hesitant to even say this, but I believe this phenomenon will be a recurring theme in society. I bank on the naivety of old people and millennials to perpetuate my brand, make me go viral, and keep me relevant in circumstances like this. Knowing that feeling they get when they tweet out the fuck Logan Paul or they hop on that bandwagon, that little dopamine spike that runs through their body. No, they love it. And I know they love it.
And you love it too.
And they'll never not love it. They'll always feel the need to put that tweet out, rally the troops, get their army behind them, get the retweets and the followers, and keep me relevant. The same people who are going, Logan Paul's trending? I thought he was irrelevant last year. Like, thank you. Because of you, I stay relevant.
And I'm glad Logan Paul, he basically just put it out there years ago in 2019 during a podcast. And, you know, the I like my cheese drippy bruh guy, you know, the whole Mr. Beast moldy cheese. Let's be honest, bro. These guys know how to market their stuff. And they know that controversy sells. It sells no matter what.
So if you're willing, because in order to become famous, you have to be hated. It's a fact.
Say that again, because I want everyone to understand that.
In order to be famous, you have to accept to be hated.
This is Sharice Hassan, a guy that is quite famous, actually quite infamous, let's be honest, for working with Paris Hilton, the Kardashians, and really just setting controversies and having paparazzi teams ready to take all these photo ops, right? Because that's quite frankly what they are, photo ops. And quite frankly, he at the time, years ago, owned the biggest paparazzi company in Hollywood. Oh, and he also worked with Logan Paul. No surprise there.
Without hate, there is no fame. Remember that. You will never become famous without hate.
And that's such an important thing.
Charlie D'Amelio was 16 years old and one of the most famous people on TikTok that didn't even exist before COVID. And her fame was built on hate. People hated her. And that's what fueled her fame. Kardashians, however much you love them, boy, is there a lot of hate on the Kardashians that fuels the fame. If you were just, you know, Shiraz and Spencer and just living a normal life and no one's cussing us out and no one's bitching us and no one's like attacking us, you'll have a level of fame. But unless you provoke people, unless you go there with people and take them on and do certain things, and it could be in your field, like if you're creating content, I told you, if you're feeding the beast of social media, but you're just like playing it a little bit safe and you're not like poking and you're not like adding a bit of spice to your content, or you're not going to call out a star or say something that creates some viral moments, you're going to plateau.
So it's no wonder I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows went so viral. I mean, the hate of that song propelled it to be so big. We see this so often that it doesn't even matter who I point to. There's examples everywhere of this happening. And so it won't take a genius to tie this into Stephen A. Smith and his beef against LeBron James. All right, I'm just going to look up Stephen A. Smith a little bit, right? All right, and let's see some of the top tweets that pop up. Let's see here. Okay, this is 18K view. Okay, this is just a little tweet. Hater report tweeting, Stephen A. Smith on this app doing irreparable damage to his public image. Okay, that's 84K views. You know, that's good views. Stephen A. Smith has been a clown. I tried to tell y'all. Almost 200K views. Kevin Love calls cap on Stephen A. Smith saying he would swing on LeBron. Almost 2 million views. There is so much tweets about Stephen A. Smith and how he's a liar and how he's a clown and how he's crashing and falling. And oh my God, just look at 2 million views on this tweet. Oh my gosh. So Stephen A. Smith is getting talked about so much. He's the biggest story in sports, it seems like. This is insanity. Look, nothing against Bias Houston or any of the people that I've shown here on Twitter, right? But here he tweeted, first take has been on a real downward spiral ever since Max Kellerman left. Has it? Is that true? Like, are we sure about that? Well, it didn't take me long to find graphics basically showing how First Take was having his most viewed April ever in 2024. Like, okay, like, is it really on a downward spiral? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at the views on ESPN's channel, right? Cooper Flag being talked about, Giddy's buzzer beater. I can't believe that those words that I've uttered in the sentence. LeBron James being talked about, the Lakers, Stephen A. Smith. Oh, okay, 56K views. You're lying. Stephen A. Smith fires back at LeBron for calling him out. 1 million views. 1 million views. He's winning. Stephen A. Smith is winning. ESPN is winning. That $100 million contract is aging like fine, the finest of wines. It has more views than the LeBron conversation on Pat McAfee itself. People care more about the drama that ensues after LeBron appeared on this pod than they do the pod itself. Disrespectful. Stephen A. Smith calls out LeBron for Giannis and NBA Eras take. 474K views. Are we serious? ESPN clearly knows who their moneymaker is, and it's Stephen A. Smith. Not just that, Stephen A. Smith when he's on drama and beefing with other athletes. And now he's beefing with the biggest one of them all, LeBron James. And I feel like Logan Paul, he outlined it in a way that was just so blunt, so straightforward. And it's in the podcast 5 years ago. I had to scrub the internet to look for this, right? And he's basically responding to how people are reacting to this Fox Business interview he had recently, where he's, being bodacious, being loud, being bold about some of the things he's saying, being arrogant, right? Oh, he's such a clown. That's how they reacted to it. So many tweets with so many impressions, so many likes. Even at the time, that's a lot of likes.
Oh, on this video.
On the video.
This Twitter video has 5.2 million views. By the way, the full interview has about 87,000. No one wants to see the video. Which, by the way, we did talk about some things that were like slightly educational. But the supercut is the thing that goes viral. People love to point the finger and go, Logan Paul's a moron. I'm fascinated that people are fascinated by this and they don't understand. I heard a saying once. Perhaps if you don't get the joke, you are the joke.
Yes.
And,
say that all the time.
and
Yes.
I have to thank the people retweeting and sharing these videos for making me and my brand go viral once again. Who's winning here?
Yeah.
Like I can take the people who put me down, and there's two ways to interpret this video. The people who put me down and Logan Paul does drugs, Logan Paul sucks, Logan Paul's an idiot, why is he on my screen? Whatever the comments are. You will most likely never be a person that I want to be a fan of mine. Maybe in the future that'll change, but I'm so happy that you do you, and when you do you, it helps me. Thank you.
The outrage machine has never been more effective as a marketing tool to propel you even higher in the highest stratospheres ever in terms of star power. And if you've seen Stephen A. Smith recently, he's been outside of ESPN on Fox News of all places. This guy's had appearances on Sean Hannity. This is how his most recent podcast starts out. Look at this, okay? I can just hover. Look at this. Free Americans. Look what he says here, too.
What's up, everybody? Stephen A. Smith here. Recently, we made news because the great Bill O'Reilly announced.
Did you just hear that? He called Bill O'Reilly great. He said the great Bill O'Reilly. Clearly, Stephen A. Smith is trying to dip his hands into politics now. The same aggregator accounts that were sharing LeBron James just posted Stephen A. Smith looking horrible in boxing on Instagram. Well, they're posting other things about Stephen A. that are quite interesting. There's the same account that kept posting about Stephen A. Smith. He said he would swung at LeBron. Let's see, how many views? 29 million views! Are you seeing these numbers, bro? Well, he's also tweeting about Stephen A. Smith saying winning the Democratic Party nomination would be a cakewalk. Oh, wow. That's some free advertising for Stephen A. Smith. And let's see how many views this got. 385K views, almost 400K views on a tweet about Stephen A. Smith potentially winning the Democratic nomination. Do you see what's happening here? Do you see what's going on? Even in a Braun beef, right? Even in a beef versus the greatest athlete in sports history or whatever the hell you want to call LeBron, even in the beef against him, Stephen A. Smith is winning. He's winning. Okay, this is what he wants. He wants you to shit on him. He wants you to call him a clown. And he wants people like me and people like Lo and people like Bezos and people like whoever to break down how much of a clown he is. He wants the attention. He loves it. He loves that LeBron is doing this. LeBron has given him so much free press right now. It's actually hilarious. And I'm thinking, why would LeBron do this? I don't know. I don't know if there's a conspiracy going on here. I'm not going to imply anything. But why is LeBron giving him this much attention? For what? He didn't do it. He's not doing it to Skip Bayless.
You do the marketing for us. You do the promo for us. The amount of earned media that I got because of this clip, hundreds of thousands of dollars for free because of the haters.
Shows your intelligence.
But why I don't have a problem talking about it, because I iterated this to everyone in the house, and Matt goes, "Are you sure you want to like spill the beans?" Because those people aren't watching this podcast. They love the supercuts.
Of course.
They love the supercuts.
Yeah.
Little bits that they can comment on. And two, they will never, you are the way you are and you will never be any other way.
But again, that's the media machine. And honestly, I didn't want to make a video on it because it would basically just defeat the point of, ignoring, right? Just ignore the noise. Okay, that's what you should do, really. That's the solution to all this. When you see somebody being clowned on, when the bandwagon of tweets arrive where people are saying, the downfall of Stephen A. Smith is happening. I'm so happy to witness it. Oh, I can't wait to hear what Stephen A. Smith said. No, don't listen to him. Ignore him. Actively ignore him. That's how you kill this. That's how you destroy any buzz that Stephen A. Smith gets.
After it happened with Flat Earth and they did the marketing for us, and now it's happening with this, I'm
just keep doing
so
it.
confident that they will never, ever catch on. And if they do, their desire to do the bandwagon type action and bandwagon tweets
only helps.
Trumps their ability to go, you know what? If I don't like Logan Paul, the most effective way for me to show my disdain is to be indifferent and not talk about it. The opposite of hate is not love. Or the opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference.
Because they see quick wins.
Quick wins, favorites, retweets, followers, whatever. Like if you truly didn't want me to be around, you'd be indifferent to me and you wouldn't mention
Well,
me.
unless you actually don't hate the guy, then you whatever, do you. But if you actually hate him, if you think he's a clown, if you think he's a loser for what he's doing, you're giving him what he wants by pressing that retweet button, pressing that engage button, just commenting all the comments, reacting to all the videos and posting on all you. You're giving him the buzz you want him to give. I'm just going to make the video as a PSA, quite frankly. I think a lot of people, they notice deep down, it just takes other people to just spell it out, to where, okay, you know what, next time I'll be more mindful. And I hope people, they start catching on to this. But most likely it's not going to change much. I think people are still going to be outraged. And because people love to be mad and angry. They love to rage. It's like a cope for life. How life is shitty at times. It's a great way to invest yourself into something that's not you. Because quite frankly, a lot of people, they don't like themselves. They don't like how their lives are, playing out. It's tough. It's sad. But, I just thought this was a good PSA. Yeah. All right, peace.